All right, so let's start with our target or end time. So we can just type in a date, something like this. So if it's July 7, 2025, and then we could do 3:30 p.m., something like that, and it'll show up just like this. So we can change this if we want to add the month name, for example, go to more formats and custom date and time. And then usually you can find one like this, and then we can click in here and add that hour, our colon there, add the minute, make sure to change this to leading 0, and then add our AM PM and click apply. And that just makes it a little more user friendly. The next thing is we make sure that we have the spreadsheet set up to update every minute. And so if we go to calculations and change this to on change and every minute, it tells you how often those are updated because we are going to be using now. And so we'll do current time here, and we'll take that now and put it in the cell. So there is that current time. So we can also format it like this as well. And there you can see the current time that I'm recording. And so from this, then we can determine our difference. So we'll do diff, and this will be in days. And what we're going to do is just a simple this minus that. And there we can see we have a little over 25 days. Basically, if you take two date timestamps, you're going to have a whole number for the days, and then this will be our time as a decimal. So for our day field, we just need that 25. And then here we'll do round down to make sure we only get the whole part of that number. And so that'll be 25. So we could reference that right here, just like that. And then next we need difference, and this time we'll do in hours, and then we'll do our hours here, and then we'll do our minutes. So to get our difference in hours, we can basically take this minus this, and then we need times this. There's 24 hours in a day, so times 24. And so there we can see we have a little over 1 hour. So again, we can do the same thing, round down, and there's our hour. So we can put that hour right here. And then for our minutes, we need to get, again, the difference and render it in minutes. So if we take this minus this, so there's that section of an hour. And then because there's 60 minutes an hour, we're going to times this by 60. And so there's the minutes. And so let's go ahead and just do a simple round on this because we don't need any remainder. And so we have 1 minute left. And there we go. So we have 25 days, 1 hour, and 1 minute between these two times. So we don't necessarily need to display this on this tab. And I'm going to show you here in a minute with this weeks, how you can put it on a different tab if you want to do that way. But I'm going to show you how you can actually put this directly in the cells if you don't want to take up that extra space. So let's do that right here. So we can take this minus now, and then let's wrap these with parentheses. That's the only thing with this is you make sure to wrap with parentheses so it happens in the correct order. And then this will be round down. So just like that. There's our 25 days. So you can see we got this part done. And now for our hours, we basically need to get the difference and then times by 24. So we can take this part and do this. So there's our whole number minus this, and then wrap those in parentheses, and then we'll do times 24 to get our hours. And then let's go ahead and start at the top and go round down. And there's our 1 hour. And then we can take this again, and we'll come over here. And so now we're just under an hour. So this one, let's wrap it in parentheses, minus, not equals, minus this. And then we'll wrap this whole thing with, let's see here. We need to wrap with parentheses times 60 for minutes. And now we can do our round. So 25 days, 0 hours, and 60 minutes. And so what this means is currently right now we're at 59 minutes and more than 30 seconds. So if we make another change here, there we go, now it dropped down to 59. So at this point, we don't need this any longer, so we can delete these and this will still function. So this is a great way if you want a standalone calculator just based on that end time. All right, so next let's go to weeks. So I want to show you on this how you can continue to do this. So let's take this target and then our now. And so we already walked through the logic. I just want to show you how to build in weeks as well. So let's actually just do these both as that format there. So it makes a little more sense. All right, so our day difference be this minus this. And so for our weeks, we'll just do this divided by 7, and then we'll round down on that. So we have 3 weeks, which would be 21 days, so that's right. And then so for our next difference, what we're going to do is take this minus and do parentheses, this times 7. And again, closing parentheses. So we have 4 days, so let's see, 3, 21, so 4 days sounds right. So again, we can do now round down on this one. And then calculate our difference in hours. We'll do this minus this. Wrap these in parentheses times 24 hours in a day. And then round, come down here. Round down. 0. And then we're going to do our final for our minutes. This times this. Times 60. And then round just like that. And now we can pull these through. So week would be our first one. Day would be here. Hours down here. And then minutes would be this one right here. And then if you're wondering on the weeks versus week, I just have a very simple formula here, which just says if this is greater than 1, I do the plural, otherwise the singular. I do that across the board for hours, days, and minutes. All right, so that is it for today's video. I hope this helps you to start implementing countdowns in your own sheets. Let me know down in the comments below how you are using this in your own projects. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.